Good afternoon. My name is Dustin Hoffman, and today's a very special day because an old buddy of mine, my old buddy Tom Cruise, you're already laughing too. It's so good to see you. How you
My
doing?
ambassador of Quan. Great to see you. It's an honor and a privilege to be here. It's been years, right? But it just flows by. Just flows by.
I mean,
It's like I was in that. It's like I was in that phone booth with you. Just the other day, you were farting in my face.
all right. Let's
Remember that?
let's
I
keep
don't
it
forget that.
let's keep it classy, Tom. I
Okay,
did
always,
break
always.
wind, and I
You
didn't
did
mean to
break.
do it. It wasn't a joke.
From
Everyone said I was
well,
doing a joke. I wasn't doing a joke.
it was from the deepest
It
bowels
just
of hell.
all
And
right.
you somehow just mustered it up,
All
and
right.
I'll never forget it.
Yeah.
Never forgive. Never forget.
Now, a lot of people say that you're a lunatic.
Oh,
Are you
really? We're just gonna
crazy,
go.
or are
We're just
they
gonna go
crazy?
right there. Well, crazy is just a word. There's just semantics here. Lunatic. I
Yeah.
mean, what does that even mean? I just I don't think any of these words have any meaning when you get down to it. Do you study relativism, Plato?
When I say lunatic, it's there was a time where you were jumping off of couches and jumping onto couches, and there was a
Right. But
time when
what's crazy to you is different than what's crazy to someone else. Everyone's different. So crazy is just a made up word. It's all a
all right,
construct, an
so
imaginary
so
construct.
you don't think you're crazy,
No, 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 no. I know I'm crazy. I don't think. I know.
okay? And so you're just acting.
No, 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 no acting. No, no. I channel the truth, the ether, whatever comes from the hive mind, of existence. We are one. We
Right.
are we are we, and we are the walrus. And you are you, and we all dance the same dance. Together, the same line dance, if you will.
Are you on prescription medication?
Well, we my stance with that. It's a touchy subject. I went off on Matt Lauer many years ago. He was being glib, and you're starting to be in the glib arena right now. But I
No, no,
just,
no. These are
yeah.
these aren't questions that I thought of. These are questions that came to me from the people, from the people. So it's not. It's I'm
Oh,
not
from
trying
the
to
people.
snub you.
From your message boards.
You know,
Gotcha. Okay. Well,
not my
I
message
dabble,
boards.
not your message boards. Well, I dabble in, you know, vitamin supplements, steam baths, some perennium sunning on the side, but I never touch prescription medication. That's a big
Good.
no-no in my kitchen, in my household. Surrey is not on prescription medication. I try to teach my kids to veer away from that very negative pathway.
I take blood thinners.
Oh yeah, of course.
It
I
doesn't.
take
It's not
Metamucil.
important.
I take Metamucil sometimes, but that's not in the
That's
same category.
it's not prescription.
No, not
So
prescription. No, it's
so
over
I
the
read
counter.
Wikipedia. I was reading your Wikipedia. I was reading my
Oh,
Wikipedia, and
Wikipedia.
my
Those guys.
Wikipedia says
Yeah,
my Wikipedia says
yeah,
that I'm 5'6", and your Wikipedia says that
sure.
you're 5'7". Somebody's lying,
Right. Someone's lying. Well,
right?
I take it with a truckload of salt. These Wikipedia people, whoever's behind it, and this anonymous, individuals who run these platforms. Size is just a construct. You know that, right? Just an imaginary construct, just like capitalism, religion, all of that. And we all know that our auras exceed the limits of the physical plane of existence, and we're really boundless spirits, right? We all know that. So my aura, right?
Right,
Maybe it reaches 5'10" on a good day. 5'10".
right, right. Because I was watching Rain Man last night just to prepare for this,
Still
and
holds up, that
you
film. Still holds up. Thanks to your
well,
performance, of course.
thank you. And there was
Yeah, you were great.
more of a 1 inch difference, and
Oh, well,
I just wanted to find out from you what you thought your height was, because 5'7" seems like it's pushing it.
well, even back then, we utilized some special effects, and we were able to manufacture that. We wanted, we're brothers. We had to be brothers, right?
Right.
So, very well that when I met you, right, in the screen test when you were deciding whether you wanted to work with me and vice versa, I towered over you. Okay, I mean, let's just be honest. I towered over you a good 5-6 inches, but the special effects team back then, which I ponied up some money because the budget was we were stretching it, but I wanted to make sure that we were brothers, and I wanted to really authenticate that.
Why are the missions always impossible?
Well, you got to have high stakes. I mean, who? I'm going to ask you this. I mean, Dustin, who likes to have, you know, who likes to do limbo, right? Do you like to do limbo with high poles? No, you have to have them low, right? Because what fun is that
Right.
if you have really high poles? No one's having any fun,
Right.
right? Because there's a lot of people
Right.
watching you do limbo, right? And there's a lot of people, and if they're watching you just walk underneath a pole, there's no fun in that.
Well, I mean, it is if it's Tom Cruise. I mean, people would like to watch you.
People like
You
to
know.
watch me do many different things. You're right. You're right
You know.
about that. I mean, we can't. But the thing is, it's like life. Okay, the higher the risk, the higher the reward. And I like to reward my audience
Right.
members who pay good money. Okay, to eat their popcorn. You know, the concessions, they're through the roof. You know, really talk about gas prices. The concession prices are through the roof. But there's a reason for that, because the popcorn is very salty, and then it parlays into drinking from the soda fountain.
Right.
Okay, so all of it comes together. It's really not about the movies anymore. It's about the popcorn it's been that way for years, ever since
Yeah.
Jaws, the multiplex. You know, I
I've always
solidified
said
that. I
that.
crystallized it.
I've
Yeah,
always said that. It's not.
yeah, we
It's
go
not
on.
about
Sorry.
the actors. It's not about
No,
the cast. It's
no,
not about the writing.
no.
It's about how much salt is on the popcorn.
Yeah, about the
Because,
stale
like you
popcorn.
said,
Yeah, exactly.
right, right.
What have you been doing with yourself all these years? Community theater?
Just
How are you filling? Are you filling the seats? What's going on?
no. I've been playing a lot of dominoes.
Oh, I love Domino.
I've done enough. I've done
It's a
enough
great
in this
game.
town. You know,
You've done it.
I
You've done a
might do
lot.
an
Yeah.
I might do an independent film. I'm looking at it right now.
Oh, that's good. You should do
But
something edgy. You know, get back into
I want
the
to talk.
mainstream. Yeah.
I want to talk about Rain Man because
Sure. Please.
I've never said this to you, but
Yeah.
in the movie, it seemed
Yeah.
like you channeled a lot of your frustration and anger, and I feel like that it went a little too far. Specifically in the scene where you're trying to pull me onto the airplane, and you're pulling my arm, and you're tugging at my arm. And there was a moment where you pinched me.
Oh,
Do you remember that?
I do remember that. Yeah, you know, I'm a pincher.
was-
You know, but you knew what you were walking into. You know, I like to
Right.
pinch, and I pinch hard. And you had a safe word, Dustin, but you refused to use it. You're such a method actor. You just wanted to coast through the scene and not. You wanted to feel that pain, and we all felt it. We all felt it. But I had to pinch you hard. Yeah, especially in the
How am I
in
supposed
the
to
midsection.
listen?
Yeah.
Be quiet. Let me talk. How am I supposed to
You're
yell
the
a safe
floor.
word?
Yeah.
How am I supposed to use a safe word when we're doing a movie scene? You want me just to use a safe word in the middle of a scene? The safe word's not part of the scene. You know what I'm
It's-
talking about? This is bullshit.
Well,
Right.
we do whatever we can to elicit the greatest performance we can, right? And the pinching, just like the farting, you chose to fart, I choose to pinch. Okay,
Right.
I'm a touchy person. Okay, and I'm a close talker.
Right.
I get close to my counterpoint, and we become one in that scene because there should be no separation between us.
Right. Let's talk about separation. You divorced all of your wives when they were 33 years old.
Oh. Okay,
It's not a coincidence, is it?
there are no coincidences. There are no accidents. You know, look at the number 33. It's a master number. Okay, it comes from, if you study numerology, it comes from 22 and 11. You add them together. They're both very, very powerful numbers. You know, Jesus was 33 when he died. David, you know, ruled for 33 years. There's 33 segments in the spine. Okay, there are no coincidences.
When's the last time you went to a grocery store?
I want to excuse all these notifications I'm getting. I don't know how to turn them off. Okay, I apologize for that. The beeping. Sorry about that. Go on.
When was the last time you went to a grocery store?
Well, I usually. Oh, there we go. Sorry, that's comedy right there. So Marjorie usually does my grocery shopping for me, right? But she's out of town with IBS right now. It's really a terrible condition. But you know, normally, you know, she does my grocery shopping. But occasionally, I like to dress up incognito, you know, and do some shopping at Target. I like to sometimes, you know, lick the produce. You know, I like to, you know, basically, you know, check out all the samples before I got it. You know, you got to try them out.
Okay.
And I like the Swedish meatballs at IKEA too, of course.
All right, but my question
I like
is,
exotic
when
meat.
was the?
Yeah.
I'm sure you do. But
yeah. Last
when
night,
was the last time?
Yeah, the last time was last night. I closed down the store. I just put in a phone call to Pepe, and Pepe closed down IKEA for me. It was great. I just kept,
That's
I was
wonderful.
like, I want another one. You know, the bartender, the Swedish meatball guy was like, you want another round, Tom? And I was like, bring it on.
Well, they're heavy. It's a sauce. You know, the
They load
Swedish
up, but
meatballs in IKEA.
you're right about that. But then if you excuse yourself and go to the restroom, do a number two, you can come back and eat a ton more. That's how it works.
Right.
That's how the body works.
Why don't you allow your likeness on video games and figurines?
Yeah,
You never see a Tom Cruise doll or a video game.
That's a loaded question. There's a lot to unbox here. Well, you know, mainly I'm very private with my image, right? But the biggest reason is that I believe in voodoo, you know, and I don't want any little 10-year-old asshole, right, to take a mass-produced product of mine that looks like me and start twisting my legs and arms. I'm very sensitive, okay? And sometimes they can, you know, use a magnifying glass and burn a hole in my head. Okay, I feel that. And so, you know, there was this time back in, you know, Top Gun era, you know, when I was just launching my career, you know, pun intended, doing flying inverted, right? I really wish I could turn off these notifications, but I'm using my mother's computer, and I'm sorry for the beeps. But anyway, so I'm very worried.
How's your mother doing?
Mother's great.
How's your
my
mother
mother's
doing?
great. She's doing very well. Yeah, she's currently reading some Jane Austen in our steam room here that we built on the premises. I'm in Telluride right now.
Right. Telluride. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Telluride, yeah.
Right.
We have steam baths everywhere on the property. Why am I Telluride? Okay. That's where my compound is. Yeah.
No, I know. Yeah. I know where you live.
Okay.
I'm just asking.
It's been a while.
You know, it's been a while. You've been there for how many? I mean, and you got two movies, the sequel to Top Gun.
Right. We just wrapped Mission Impossible 8, I think it was. Yeah. And Top Gun, of course, is coming out. But I really want to fill those seats, so I've been postponing, you know, the release of it. I want to make sure that we're all back in business together as an audience member, as an artist. You know, I want to make sure we're back in the seats, enjoying films together, and I want the maximum box office receipts. And with regard to Mission Impossible 8, I've had to postpone because of these COVIDiots, you know, messing up the sets. You know, I don't know what your stance is on COVID and the vaccine, but you know, I'm the future of this fucking industry, and I had to ensure that we had a safe set.
First of all, stop swearing. You're not supposed to swear. You're Tom Cruise. When's the last time you swore in public?
I'm just doing an impression. I'm just doing an impression of my performance on set of Mission Impossible 8 when I broke down, when I had a lapse in judgment. Okay, but it was for the right reason. Okay, I want you to know that it was well intentioned, right?
I mean, it almost felt like you were doing it to kind of convey a masculinity. You know, it was almost like, hey, I'm in boss. It was almost like you're doing a part. I think that's what people.
Sure. What
the takeaway was.
People have seen me using my feminine side in many movies, and I wanted to push forth and reclaim my masculinity. I've been watching a lot of Jordan Peterson YouTube videos, and that's really bringing it out. You know, 12 Rules for Living. Yeah.
I don't know Jordan.
You should read it. Yeah, he's great. He's great. He's a stand-up guy.
Was you a stand-up guy or a stand-up comedian guy?
No, it is just he speaks. He stands up, and he rarely sits.
So they say never date an actor because
I've heard that.
You'll never know when the tears are real, right?
Oh, who said that?
I don't know who said it. I think Nietzsche said it at one point.
Oh, yes.
But they say never date an actor because you never know when the tear. Let me do it. Never date an actor. Never date an actor because you never know when the tears are real.
Yes.
Do you know when your tears are real?
My tears are always an extension of human suffering. I try to channel, you know, the collective suffering of the universe, and it works. Everything I put out into the screen is 100% authentic. Everything, every drop of tear.
I find that hard to believe.
No, it's true. No, it's true. All of it's true. I don't mince words.
Let's get back to Rain Man, because people consider that a really great movie, and I know that we both have been asked about it many, many times. But
Sure. Well, there was that
you know,
remake we were going to do too. Yeah.
right. But when I first received the script for Rain
Sure.
Man, I was thinking it was about. Obviously, I thought it was about rain.
Yeah.
So I'm reading through the script, and there's no rain. There's not
Oh
even a
yes.
rainy day in the script. So
That's right. Right.
you ever been thrown off
Well,
by a
I
movie
remember.
script?
It's funny that you said that because we went through the same human experience. When I received the script, I thought it was a typo. I called up the writer and I said, well, is this supposed to be Snowman? Because I really love snow, right? And I love snowmen. I love to eat the carrot, on the nose. Yeah. But
Mhm.
I never realized Rain could be a man. And then when I looked into the script, I dug deeper. I read the middle and a few sections of in the rear. There was no rain. There wasn't one drop of rain to be found. So I was like, what is this script about? I don't get it. And usually if it doesn't catch me, if it doesn't, sell me in that first opening title, I don't sign on. But you made me sign on, brother. You made me sign on because we are, we're brothers. You may not think of it, but we are forever.
Well, you don't feel like a brother. You feel more like a son to me.
Oh,
and I
well,
say that because you're so scrabbled.
Scrabble. What
And
do you mean by that?
I don't know.
Okay.
But you know the movie Scrabbled?
Is it the IP Scrabble? Some producer thought it'd be a good idea to make that into a movie.
No, there's people have said it before. I know David Letterman was on the show before, and he talked about Harlan Williams being Scrabbled, and I like that. It makes a lot of sense to me because Scrabbled doesn't mean scrambled like eggs.
See, that's what I thought you meant. Scrambled.
No,
because I'm the least bit
like,
scrambled. Yeah.
You're all like a bunch of different Scrabble pieces, and they're just kind of mixed in a box.
When you put it together, do I hit the triple word score, or where do I land?
You don't put Scrabble together. It's not like Jenga. You don't put it together.
Okay. That's not the Scrabble I played when I was a child.
With Scrabble, you get different. What kind
different
of
letters? You get 7 letters.
Right.
You reach into the bag. You get some more letters to replenish your 7 letters, and then you put them together to form the biggest word, the most valuable word.
Right.
And you have to put them on the double word score, the triple word score, triple letter. You have to maximize your words strength.
Right, but you put the words together, but you don't put Scrabble together. It's not like this.
No, that's true. That's true.
That's all I meant. You want to do some lines from some of your movies? You want to do some of your favorite lines? You like this? Do some of your lines.
This is my favorite part. Okay, well, why don't I start with, help me, help you, help me, help you, just help me, help you. See this coat I'm wearing? I don't need it anymore. You know why? Because I'm cooked and failure. 2 slices of bad pizza in the morning, I grew a conscience. Ray, the fucking zoo's closed. Ray, fucking zoo's closed. Sometimes you just gotta say, what the fuck? Make your move. Respect the cock. Tame the cunt. If you come near me with those dogs, I will drop kick those fucking dogs.
Wow.
I'm all over the place.
And
I'm scrapped.
And which Mission Impossible movie is this from?
Oh, red light, green light.
Do some. Do you want to? What? I mean, I don't want to treat you like a rag doll. I don't want to ask you to do things.
Throw me around. Toss me around. Listen, I love to be tossed around.
Do your favorite couple of sentences from one of your movies.
My favorite couple of sentences.
Give me I don't need a whole sonnet.
Okay. Well, I could do a sonnet. Okay. Well, you don't know what it's like to be out here for you, Dustin. It's an up at dawn, pride-swallowing siege that I can never fully tell you about. Hey, we live in a cynical world, full of tough competitors. You complete me. You complete me. That's one of my favorite parts. Very emotional.
I really like that.
I connected very heavily with Renee, years ago. And we brought that scene home. I mean, that was, you ever seen that scene from The Natural where he hits the ball, knocks the cover off the ball, or hits the light, and the crowd goes wild. You have that beautiful score. That's every scene in every movie I've done. I try to capture that pinnacle emotional quotient. Truly lacking from today's movies, except for mine.
Right. Yeah. I'm gonna ask you again.
Ask
why
me
do you
anything.
think you're high? why do you think you're high strung? I mean,
Are you
why do
projecting
you
now?
think that you're?
Is this a projection?
No, because listen, I just
Where's this
want to
coming
figure
from?
out. Well, it's coming from a lot of people, not just me.
Okay, well,
You don't
they can think what they want. It's fine. You do
listen. You just
I'll do
don't.
me.
You don't seem like someone who reacts calmly to frustration, right?
I react the way I react, and hey, let me tell you something. It's done me pretty good. I've had a very, very, very good career. I've had a few moments that we don't need to mention, some embarrassing occasions in my life, but you know what? No one's perfect. I'm still human. It's just the thetan levels that are still coursing through my veins. But I've been trying to get cleared for many years, and I appreciate some support from my friends. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
All I'm asking for is a little support. I'm not perfect.
Well,
I'm close.
that's all you need is support. People ask me about shooting the movie Lenny and a director Bob Fosse. They said, "What was it like to work with Bob Fosse?" I said, "Tough." It was very because I'm not a guy that wants to know where the camera is. Just film me, unless of course it's a certain shot. I'm going to want to know what the lens is, just so I know where to put my hands.
Yeah.
Are there moments where you're directing the director? I mean, I know there are, but early in your career, were there?
Well, it's always a collaborative arrangement. I tried to meet with the director a few weeks before. We go skydiving together. We do a lot of activities together to really just let it all fall away. So that our ego is. We do some or at least I watch him. I'm a spirit guy because I don't do any drugs, but he does some ayahuasca. We break down the ego, and then I take over the reins because I can, because I produce the film. It's my money, okay, and I can do what I want, and I have a vested interest in the piece. So yes, there's figureheads, there's nominal value, there's names that participate in the making of a movie, but it's a Tom Cruise show.
It really is, and you came into it that way. And I think that's why you became a star, because you knew who you were.
What went wrong with you, with your career? That's what I want to know.
I don't think anything went wrong. I think that I have.
It's okay.
Still, well, I'm
many
84 years old.
Miles. Yeah, but you have many miles. You had a couple peaks.
This is a couple peaks. Come on. This is the thing that people think. They think the actors should just be almost like servants their whole lives. We have other interests, like I like volleyball. I don't play it, but I like to watch it.
You're welcome anytime to join me on my volleyball court. Some shirtless beach volleyball is how I like to, get it out of my system, any stress I'm dealing with. If you have some torn Levi's, bring them with you.
Yeah. I think
do you still do high fives? Do you still high five?
Is that a put down?
No, I would high five you right there. If you high five me right now, I would absolutely high five you. I just want to say, I'm a big proponent of high fives. Sorry, excuse me. I have that ring, the ring for security purposes, and just got a notification for that. I need to learn to turn off my notifications. I apologize. Go on.
Tell me about the foods. Can you tell me about some of the foods that are served at some of these Scientology events? What do you guys eat?
Well, not a lot of people know this, but Scientology, the institution itself, sure, it's helped a lot of people, but especially after 9/11 with the firefighters and people with post-traumatic stress, saunas and steam baths and all that. We actually operated as a sauerkraut plant and fermentation operation. And when people during orientation join the church or want to learn more about my faith, they're greeted with a bottle of pungent, a jar of pungent sauerkraut. Yeah.
Right. Have you ever had fermented cabbage juice?
I drink it daily. I do a shot of fermented cabbage juice with urine. I drink my own urine too, and it just replenishes.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, I swear by it.
You drink your own urine.
I do.
And you're not a lunatic. You're not.
You got to look into it. You got to move away from mainstream media and follow
Yeah.
some links. I'll send you some links later. Listen, do you do any perineum sunning? Have you ever done that? Have you ever held your feet backward, behind your head, okay, like happy baby pose, and let the sun at its zenith hit your taint in the perfect angle and absorb that sunlight, the natural sunlight? Transformative.
Well, maybe you'll have to send me some of the literature on that. Maybe
I will.
some instructions
Please.
or some diagrams.
Did that appeal to
I
you?
might be
I knew it would
interested.
appeal. I knew it would appeal to you.
Well, I've done ayahuasca. I've done ayahuasca with I've done ayahuasca with Burt Reynolds, God rest his soul. But I also did peyote with George Lucas, who's been on this show before.
That must have been a fun 3-4 day journey into what the starship. What do you even call it? I'm really rusty on my Star Wars lore. What do they call them? The starships, the Death Star. Did you meet the Death Star? Did you meet your maker? What happened?
No, first off, we were going to do a 3-day excursion, but I got lost on the first day. I went to the lake to get some water, but they said, don't go to the lake. Who's that? Who's calling you?
It's my landline. I'm sorry, I still have a landline. Waterport, Connecticut, I think. Yeah, I'm going to hang that up.
Go ahead, hang up. No, it's all right. We basically, I got lost.
Yeah.
I was in the back of we were all in the back of a car. And we got out, and there were tents, and I remember we couldn't wait to do the peyote, so we did it.
Yeah.
And I couldn't feel my feet, so I wanted to go to the lake and get some water and put some water on my feet, and I couldn't find my way back. It was like 2 days later, the fire and rescue had to take me out of there.
But it was worth it. As the kids say today, it was worth it, right? No?
No, it wasn't worth it.
Oh, okay.
Because I broke my ankle.
Ah. Well, that's no fun.
Broke my ankle.
See, I'm a fast healer. I don't know. I can't really relate to what you're talking about because I break things all the time, because I do my own stunts, right? And I always come back. I come back stronger. Yeah. One time, this is somewhat unrelated, a little bit of a tangent, but one time I was getting a massage, right, from this incredible masseuse. Have you ever gotten a masseuse more than once because you just love the masseuse? I usually just don't even care. I just go to Tom, Dick, or Harry. I don't even care. But this one woman.
So Jenny, you prefer a guy? You prefer guys?
No, that's just an expression. No, it's an expression. No, I prefer women, strong, able-bodied Swedish women with strong hands. And I tell them there are no limits. Okay, there are no limits. I want you to go deep. Okay, but this one woman, Jenny. Okay, she touched me in just the right way that I just let go completely, and I shat everywhere. But it was worth it. Okay, and she cleaned it up. She was a total professional. She had some wet wipes nearby. She actually lost the smelling. She's lost the ability to smell in both nostrils. But we have a wonderful relationship. She comes over every Christmas and celebrates by the fireside with me, and she keeps massaging me, and I keep pooping. I haven't stopped pooping.
Listen, you don't have to make stories up. You could tell the real stories. You don't have to make up shit stories. I know you're trying to be funny. You're trying to, diffuse this interview, whatever this is.
Diffuse this bomb. I was told it was a podcast. Right?
Well, it is a podcast, but
we're just having a conversation here.
Yeah, it doesn't get edited very much. So, okay. All the shit stuff's going to stay in, which, I don't want that, but it's going to be what it is. Okay, now, from now on, no more farting.
No more farting. No more shitting. Okay? No more shitting.
You have an image to uphold. Maybe you don't think so, but you do.
Well, when you reach a certain point in your career, you just, you say what the fuck, make your move. And you forget about all that stuff. It doesn't matter anymore. I'm doing okay.
You said...
My kids are set.
Your kids are set. You said that you do all your own stunts. Everybody hears that you do your own stunts.
Yeah.
Do you do your own stunts in bed?
Well, I don't know why you're laughing. Who's the jokester now? Here's the thing. I do my own stunts, but when I'm in the bedroom, okay, I have a stunt cock come in, right? And the reason being is because 20 years ago, I had an accident, okay, with a slightly larger woman. I tried that out for a little while, and it was a big mistake. It's a big mistake. And she broke my cock. and it bends a little bit to the left right now, and I've never really recovered. She didn't respect the cock, and that's where we are right now. So I have a stunt performer come in, and he's a very good one. He matches my virility and libido back in my 20s before this terrible incident happened. Yeah.
The question I would have is, are you even sure it's a cock?
We don't know. We don't know what it is.
We don't know.
But I do come down from the ceiling on a wire sometime. I had a harness and wire built into my, how TV screens come down, projectors. I do the same thing. I come down, and then I do I tag my stunt cock in.
What's your favorite donut?
Favorite donut's got to be the maple bacon donut. It's a sweet, savory. Sometimes I add a little avocado to the mix because I like to have a little cream in there. I like to basically touch every part of my palate.
And what's your least favorite donut?
My least favorite donut would have to be, I'm not a fan of the Krispy Kreme or the kettle donut. It's
what's the kettle?
I'm a bit
donut?
of a contrarian. I don't know. A lot of people don't know this, but even though I make big blockbuster films, right, that meet all the quadrants of audiences, I actually am a contrarian. Well, kettle is basically the glazed donut that everyone flocks to. I said frocks. Some days I mix up my words, but
country frog.
Right, but I prefer donuts that are a little bit off the grid. Contrarian.
You mean,
I like to go against the grain. Maverick.
Like Maverick donuts.
Yeah.
What's
I like
donut?
I like the donut less traveled, if you will. I like the donut that's been a little lonely in the corner. That wants some love, and I show it some love because I got a lot of love to give.
Is that a song?
It could be. Probably was.
Tell us something about you that most people don't know.
Well, I pride myself on having a very private lifestyle, and I don't like to divulge certain things. But a lot of people don't know this about me. This is a wig. Yeah, it's a wig.
Is it really?
No, it comes right off. This is a wig, and this is my real hair. It's been receding for quite some time, and I just I've grown to accept it. A lot of my friends, a lot of my peers told me to get on the Rogaine train a while ago, but I heard that messes with your libido, and I just decided not to do it.
You basically went from Tom Cruise to Squiggy on Laverne and Shirley.
Thank you very much. Thank you. No, look, I wanted to come clean, and if this is where I have to do it, if this is where it has to happen, then this is where it has to happen, okay? I'm not going to do what you all think I'm going to do, which is just flip out. There's such a thing as manners, a way of treating people.
Are you upset at me? Why would you be
I'm not upset at you. No. I'm not upset at you.
By the way, I haven't heard you do any wooing. The woo. You used to do.
Oh,
you used to do more wooing.
Well, I'm
do you still woo?
I'm selective with the woo. When it's appropriate, I give a woo, and I'm just waiting for that time. I'm waiting for that moment where I feel it's right, because I don't want to just throw away the woos. I'm not dialing in my woos if that's what you think I'm doing.
No, I'm just waiting for a woo. That's all.
Oh, you're
and
still
I don't have any more questions.
Oh, so you're done. Okay, so.
Well, no, it doesn't mean I'm done. I mean, we keep going, but I don't. Just.
I still need a reason to woo. Woos don't just come out of thin air. They don't just bubble up from nothing. Okay.
All right. I don't. Okay.
Well, I'm sure you want me to couch jump as well. What am I, your monkey?
Look, don't talk to me like that, all right? You little twerp. And I know you're a little taller than me, but you're still a twerp. Okay? Have a little respect.
The names just flow through me. They just go right through me. All this name calling. Shrimp. I got called Shrimp a long time ago. It does nothing to me. I wasn't let on, these amusement park rides when I was younger. It does nothing to me.
Do you still go on roller coasters? And
well,
when you do, what do you?
I have a Gravitron. I have a Gravitron at home. Remember the Gravitron where you spin around and stick to the walls?
Yeah. And when you get
A lot
really
of fun.
excited on the gravitron,
Yeah.
what do? Is it
Well,
you get
you know,
super excited? Then what
well, you always,
happens?
well, sometimes I throw up, and when I throw up, if I'm doing it with other people, the throw up sticks to the walls around me. It's rather unpleasant. But usually I do it alone. I try to stick my feet out and stick some part of my appendages out because that's really fun because the gravity is very strong, but I'm stronger than gravity. Okay. Woo!
There it is.
There it is. See, there was a reason for it, you know?
There's always a reason.
Yeah, I can't do it unprovoked.
No. What
It's been
about
really
a
good
sequel to
catching up. It's been really good catching up, I gotta say.
Would you do a sequel to Rain Man?
I would do a sequel to Rain Man if the offer was commensurate with my value.
What if I told you it is?
If you told me, if you present an offer to me, I will review it. Are you producing?
No, I just wanted to see if you had any interest. I didn't know you'd be such a tightly wound little gold piece of macrame or something.
Well, in the end, it has to be worth my time. My time is very valuable. I live a very regimented existence, and I need to make sure that if I can fit Rain Man into my schedule, which is already jam packed, I need to make sure I'm compensated fairly. And by fairly, I mean, being paid my true value.
Well,
But I like that
pass
you're a
that
part of
along.
it. I like that you're a part of it. I'm glad we can maybe
Well, I
work
haven't
together in the
agreed to
future.
it.
Oh,
I
you
haven't
haven't
agreed to it. Yes.
Well, I'll wait till you agree to it and iron out those deal points, and I'll then have my attorneys look at it.
Well, Tom, it's very great to see you, and
Oh,
I wish you the best. I hope it's not so long before we see each other again. It's been forever. So,
I hope we make this a regular thing.
well, don't get your hopes up. It's not even my show. So, Tom Cruise for the hour. My name is Dustin Hoffman. This is the Jeff Richards Show, and now a song by Meanest Man Contest.
Thomas Day.